So guys, in an interview yesterday, Andrew's new lawyer, Tina, speaks on the media trying to bring Tate's words in the past into the case.
There is no reasoning behind encouraging somebody to throttle a woman. There is no reasoning. There is no acceptable reason behind somebody encouraging somebody to coercively control a woman.
No, but I think, again, there's, for instance, when they talk about him being a misogynist, I've certainly heard interviews where he has said he believes men and women are equal. That's not the headlines that you read about. You hear the term misogynist all the time because of, a way of thought that he has about how, men and women might be different.
Let me read you something that I made a note of from the material that I see without even looking for it now on Instagram, since I did a bit of research into him. And for that reason, I'm sure you're doing a lot more research than I have into him as his lawyer. And I would be surprised if you hadn't seen stuff of this nature. This is a man you claim to see men and women as equal. Quote, "Females are the ultimate status symbol. People think I'm running around with these hoes, forgive me, because I like sex. That's nothing to do with the reason why I'm running around with these B word. I got these Bs just so everyone knows who the Don is. Who's got the big booty cuties with their name tattooed on them? Tate, only Tate. If I walk in a club, me and Tristan and 25, forgive me, bitches, who's the richest man in the club? Females are the ultimate status symbol amongst elite players. I go out and F and I come back to her. I don't care about her. I only love my girl. That's not cheating. That's exercise." I mean, that isn't a man
Sheila,
who's interested in women's rights, is it?
Sheila, what that sounded to me like was rap lyrics. There are endless
forget rap lyrics. It was him speaking.
But he is a
He
public
said it.
person. But this is the thing. Why are you drawing a difference between something Andrew Tate, a public persona who obviously he's come out and publicly said a lot of what he says is satire.
Yes, but
he's admitted to that. So are we arresting rap artists for
Tina,
their lyrics?
Forgive me, but I'm not interviewing a rap artist's lawyer. I'm interviewing the lawyer of a man who is being held in extended custody in a Romanian prison on charges of people trafficking. I'm not interviewing a rapper's lawyer. I'm interviewing the lawyer of a man who frequently goes online and speaks in this way.
But that's the point. The point is right now that's not what he's jailed for, right? And so it
doesn't help us to think he is a respecter of women's freedoms and rights, does it? That's all I'm asking you.
But I think there's a difference between the things he says publicly as part of his public persona and who he is as a private person. So you're not seeing him talking about his children. You're not seeing the family man side of him. There's specific reason he puts out a certain type of content.
Very bad men have loved their children, Tina.
I'm sorry?
Very bad men in history have loved their children.
Well, that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is the statements that you're reading or the quotes that you're reading, and again, it's a little hard for me. I don't know the context, but whatever those statements are, if those are statements he made, that is part of a public persona, which again is very different than the private individuals. And he's not in jail for those statements, much like you cannot put a rap artist in jail because his lyrics might be offensive and they might talk about, the B word and the hoes and the things that again, may be very misogynistic, but you cannot jail someone for that. And it's a slippery slope when we take comments that somebody makes on a platform like TikTok or social media for a certain type of fan base, for a different intent, and then we use those statements against them for unrelated.
I understand the distinction. I absolutely understand the distinction. But it isn't making your job any easier, is it, Tina, that routinely and very easily you can find this content?
Well, it doesn't make my job easy. Anytime there's a high profile case like this and there's a lot of opinions and the case, in some ways is being tried in the court of public opinion, whether it's statements he's made or leaked information, none of that makes my job easier. But at the end of the day, we have to remember what we're dealing with when we're in a court of law, and that's evidence of a crime. And all of the things we're talking about are not evidence of any crime. And it's a very important distinction because again, it's easy to condemn the Tate brothers and it's easy to have an opinion on what they're going through because of some of the statements they've made that people do not like. But put this in the context of if this was your son or your brother who was jailed, your focus would not be on you know, all of the things they may have said during their lifetime. You would be concerned with, does the prosecution have evidence of a crime? And if not, you would want your brother or your son to be home.
I think Tina makes an amazing point. What Andrew and Tristan are apparently being charged for are not things he said in the past. As she said, they're not a crime what he said. But as always, the media try find anything to try and make the public turn against them. Guys, comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. Please leave a like, subscribe and turn our notifications on.